Okay, hello everyone. I am chronicling getting rid of stuff. As you can see, there's stuff everywhere. Now, this is not normally how my setup looks, but my husband and I are going through our entire place and like spring cleaning to the max. And I have too much craft stuff. And so this cupboard, which I just purchased to fit my craft stuff, is completely full. I have an obsession with papers and I need help. So I'm gonna show me going through, getting rid of stuff, and then showing you how I organized it in the end. At least that's my plan, or just talk about getting stuff clean. I don't know, but just gonna roll with it because I don't really have anything I feel like filming this week. I just have like laser focus on getting rid of an abundance of things that I just don't need. So this is so far the pile of stuff I'm getting rid of, but I need to get rid of more. So go on this adventure with me. So currently on the floor we have a flower press. My dad made me a bag of miscellaneous papers that I need to sort through. And in here, okay, we have my typewriter. We have my washi tapes. Back here we have a variety of journals. Yes, I'm wearing different colored socks. It's a very chaotic day. Just have some cards and pencil cases. Up here I have one of my dumbest purchases of all time, which was a bunch of Ex Libris library sticker things. Why I did that, I don't know. Any of my books I actually want to put that in. I don't want to because I don't want to like ruin them. So I don't know why I did it. And then here is an abundance of stuff that needs to be organized. I may need to like hit up Dollar Tree. But I have all my cards. That's in like a gray little tote thing here. And then I just have coloring books and extra craft supplies. Like this gold container here is extra craft supplies. This is like the like wicker basket, and underneath is just like all of like my desk stuff, like craft stuff, pens, things that, scissors, hole punches, rulers, things I use frequently. But under that is kind of more like storage craft stuff. And then here is a bunch of papers I am going through. In here, in the other cupboard, we have, so this whole thing here is cross stitch and like embroidery projects. In the middle is like, it's like a folder that holds all my letters and all of my watercolor. And then the white basket in behind these books is like filled to the brim with ephemera of papers of all sorts. In the front, there's different books of ephemera. On the bottom here, we have my Canon selfie printer, which allows me to print photos from just like my phone, for my journals. Behind that, we have an entire row of my completed journals. And then in the front, we have my husband's great grandmother's embroidery kit that was passed down to me. It's a really wonderful kit. It's like in a fishing tackle box, but there's so many beautiful threads, and it's just a really cool thing. And we have her cross stitches all over our house. So that's what I have right now. I also have a sewing machine, but I don't think I'll ever be able to make that fit. So my goal is to find some way to better organize my like desk stuff, and to basically minimize the amount of ephemera that I own and better organize it. Because as it is, it's such a headache to get it. I don't even journal that much anymore, which is really sad. So come with me as I go through that process. I'm currently in the process of taking this vintage Reader's Digest, of which I just love the cover, and I'm literally just like ripping the wallpaper-ish material off of the cover. That might upset people, but it's what I'm doing, so just being transparent. All right, we got it. Boom. Yeah, there's actually some kind of cool images, like this one of a castle. So I might keep these. I have this little like business card holder full of like small pieces of ephemera. So I've got a binder with, I think like, I don't think it's 4x6. I think it's something smaller, but with that like binder size. Why did I just put this in? And I'm just going in and like putting in different things that I think fit well in that, so that I can kind of have this binder with just, how did that get in there? You know, like here's photos, some like random stuff. Here's a lot of stickers I have. Does anybody else collect stickers and then feels too anxious to actually use them? Again, this is an absolute like lesson in buying too much ephemera and being completely and utterly overwhelmed by it. Okay, this is a really cute book of quilting stitches, and like it just has so many cute like patterns in it. I kind of want to rip it apart, but I also kind of want to like get into quilting and use this. So I think I'm gonna actually save that thing. I just sometimes when I'm at the thrift store, if I think a card is kind of cute or quirky, I will get it. Like, I don't know. Some people might think that's weird, but I don't. My father-in-law got me this. It's like this typewriting book. My father-in-law got me this. And inside it has tons of paper that looks like it was written, you know, by a typewriter. And so he got this so like, you know, I could cut out the words and stuff. So I think I want to keep it. And I don't think I want to rip it up, but like I also don't want this big chunky book, you know? Books and minerals, and they have like these really cute vintage illustrations. I have non-flowering plants, which is just mushrooms, and it's like got these kinds of illustrations on the inside. I've got this really cute book of like birds. This really cute book of flowers. So I don't really want to like rip those up for no apparent reason. This is so cute. I'm like literally obsessed with it. Like it's genuinely so effing cute. Like I want to not disassemble it because I might, like, guys, the illustrations in here are literally so cute. Oh, I'm obsessed. And I don't want to rip it up because I feel like if I do my own junk journal one day, I'm gonna want to like use this cover because it's too cute. So again, I don't really want to rip it up. I have another one on birds, you know, really cute illustrations. I have another one on birds. Again, really cute illustrations. And then I have this one, which is like a hymn book. I think I'm gonna get rid of this, but like I love hymns. I think that they're really beautiful a lot of times. Like I know they get a bad rap, but I think that they can be really precious. Okay, guys, this is the big one. This is the big one that is gonna be the headache to wade through. All right, first is this bag of craft paper materials that I have. I think it's really helpful, and so I want to keep it. Like, holy crap. That is so beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. I'm just like, my jaw's on the floor. But look how cute this illustration is of this rabbit. Like, I do not want to give that up. Oh, look at, and then this is like the other half of that illustration. Like, literally just stunning. I cannot give those up. Okay, this, again, I'm just crazy, but this was like a board game we had at our cottage, but look at like the font. It's just so perfectly like 60s. Like, but I think I just need to give it up. Like, some of these vintage children's books are literally like art. Like, they're just so stunning. Okay, I bought Gianna Andrews. She is an artist. I bought her 2022 calendar. And she just has some really like stunning images that I want to like use. I already used one of them in something I did in my journal, and it was really cool. So I want to keep utilizing this calendar until it's completely gone. Okay guys, so we're almost at the end here of this bin, but it's just so hard because like, this is a box of my grandma's cards that she like saved throughout her whole life, and she just passed away, so it's like I don't really want to like get rid of those right now. And then like, this is a bag of like vintage letters and like just really cool like genuine ephemera from like the early 1900s to like the 50s, and that's not gonna fit in here, and so I don't know, that's tough. I don't really want to get rid of those. So, and then in here is just like a ton of stickers that my coworker's mother-in-law gave her. So yeah, and then here's some more vintage maps. Here's some Tomoe River paper. Okay, so like this binder, guys. This binder, it looks so much smaller on camera, which is so weird, but it's literally freaking massive. Filled to the brim, filled to the absolute brim. So we're gonna put that down for a minute. What I like about it in this binder, I should probably have two, to be real, but what I like about it in this binder is that it actually feels like accessible to like open up and actually like look through my things, whereas like when it's in the what do you call it, when it's in that white bin, it's just like I never want to look through my stuff. It's just way too much, way too overwhelming. Okay, I am using a different camera than I'm currently used to, which is giving me all kinds of problems, but I got this like little tray and it spins. I have kind of just like basic pens on the side, kind of like, you know, more specialty-ish pens. I mean, fine liners and fountain pens, and then kind of like highlighters and stuff. And then also, then this like drawer of, or this section of like specialty things, basically like different colors usually or whatnot. And in the middle, I have my Noodler's ink. This is the current state, and you know, because I haven't filmed in a few days, like the last time I filmed was days ago. This is the other side. Everything is so sewing machine and binders full of ephemera with more falling out of the cupboard. So, oh guys, we have a lot to do. I literally need to get rid of stuff. I'm clearly have way too much stuff for what I am able to hold. So right now what I'm doing is kind of dividing what's gonna go in totes, stackable storage containers that have adjustable dividers. I think one of the reasons I was avoiding looking through and organizing my stuff is just, I knew I had this like stack of like my grandma's cards, and she just passed away. It's interesting because she wasn't like an emotional or heartwarming person. And so it was actually really shocking to see that she'd kept all these cards. And I'm a very nostalgic person. And so it's like looking through these cards, it's like you just, I think of my childhood, and I was so lucky to have a really beautiful childhood. So it brings me back to that, seeing the cards I signed with me and my dog, my childhood dog Princess, and my fish and all these things. So it's just like there's that, and just this like longing for, I remember reading this about childhood once, but like just the half remembered which can never be forgotten. So I just have this like longing to just be a kid again. There's just also just a sadness for my grandma. Just sadness for her lost chances and opportunities. It's like a wake-up call, like what am I doing with my life? Am I happy with the life that I'm living? And I think the fact that she kept all these cards, I don't know, is it just politeness? Or did it show that like she actually cared a lot more than it came across? I'm also just hit with like the fact that I'm getting older. My parents are getting older. My parents are so special to me. It's kind of feels like there's been a lot of losses of the elderly in our family, and we're lucky to even have them to the age we had them, but yeah, it's just like, this is life. This is what happens. People, if they're lucky enough, they get old and then they die, and then you get old and you die, and you just, everyone's getting older and time's just coming at you. There's nothing you can do about it. I look at these cards and I feel regret. Just like, I wish I would have gotten to know my grandma more. You know, if your grandma's still alive and you don't have the closest relationship with her, like, call her up. Ask her questions about her life. Okay, hi guys, it's me. So I just wanted to show you guys the 99% finished product. So I am gonna change these knobs out. I think I'm gonna get these cute golden snail knobs that look like snails are crawling up the thing. I don't know, we'll see. On the dresser, we have some of just like my favorite books of all time. And just also some books that I have yet to want to read, or I have yet to read. I have just like a little letter holder here, and I have just a candle and a cute like vintage little holder thing there, and it's like a little bird that my mother-in-law gave me that says joy, which is kind of like a personal meaning. So yeah, let's look at the inside. So if you'll remember what the beginning was like, and it is a lot better now. So I know it kind of looks a bit chaotic, and it is a bit more chaotic than I would like, but I got rid of a ton of stuff and everything's kind of in its like right place, you know? So let me just brighten this a little bit. So over here in this gray tote, we have all of my cards. Underneath we have letter writing sets, and we also have some coloring books. Right here we just have some gouache paints and another letter writing set. And then in here I have some fabric that I like to use for like my Midori Traveler's notebooks. I like to sometimes put fabric on the covers. Here I have two different flower presses, one that my dad made me and one that my parents found at a thrift store with flowers from Scotland from like the 70s, and they gave that to me. Here is like a little business card holder, and it has a bunch of like small pieces of ephemera in it. And then here I just have some ex libris, I can never pronounce it, but just some odds and ends of some of those ex libris book library things, or like from the library of. Just some glue and some more of those, guys. These were the biggest waste of money ever. So then in here we have all my like odds and ends in here. I can't believe it all fit. It's honestly incredible. Like in the top we have stamps. I have some ink here. I have all my washi tapes, all of my extra, like, I forget what they're called, but they're like the little, they almost look like whiteout things, but it's tape, so it's super nice to journal with. And I have just like odds and ends, extra pens and paintbrushes and staples and like, and everything. So I'm just super, super happy that all fit. Oh gosh, of course that happened. I'm just so happy that all fit. I like can't believe it, honestly. This like pencil case is all stained really gross, and that bothers me, but I had my wax seal sticks in there and they like dyed it. So down here we have this little thing that holds all my pens and like highlighters. It lost a leg, so it's a bit unstable, so I am getting it replaced. And then we have my color pencils below, my Prismacolors, and then behind that we have all my different kind of journals I use on a regular basis that aren't like my daily Bible journals. Back here, this is kind of random. This isn't ideal. I'd like to get this probably changed out, but it's my old it's like my old desk organizer, but it has, it's my old desk organizer, but it just has all these like large odds and ends. So I'd ideally probably like to get a tub to like fit all this in, but since it's kind of open on the top, it makes it so that it fits all these different like palettes and things like that. Then we have my typewriter, and then here we have all of my different binders with my ephemera, whether it's stuff from children's fairy tale books, vintage fairy tale books, or scraps of paper, or postcards, I don't know, just whatever it is, photos. And we have some kind of like vintage books in here that I also want to keep, and I don't want to rip apart because I love every page. And then here we have my sewing machine and my Canon selfie printer. And then in behind there is like all of my used journals. So all the journals I filled out over the years. So they go from here all the way to the end of the cupboard. And so that is my completed craft cupboard. It's not perfect. I'm not one of those OCD people, but I was on a budget, and I feel like I did what I could to make it more organized, more manageable. Like, I honestly stopped using so much of my ephemera because it was in this box and I didn't want to dig through, but just having it in these binders with the clear sleeves makes it so nice. If you want to see my different ephemera pieces and what I have, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to open them up and show all of my different things. Might be more than one video though. So yeah, I'm just super stoked. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it makes my cupboard feel so much more manageable, and I'm just so happy.